Hi, I'm Movie Man. I'm an octopus who reviews movies, and today's review is going to be on. So the plot of the Miracle Club is this this woman named Chrissy, played by Laura Linney, um an American woman who returns to her childhood home of Dublin, Ireland, to visit her relations Lily, played by Maggie Smith, and Eileen, played by Kathy Bates. Chrissy's mother has recently passed away, and the three women, along with their other relation Dolly, played by Agnes O'Casey, head up to the sacred French town of Lourdes, and well, a lot of stuff happens in relation to their past and what they've dealt with. Um, so so I went to see this film today. I have to say, I thought this film was pretty good. I didn't think it was like a great film or anything amazing, but overall I thought this was a solid enough film. Uh, First off, the cinematography in the movie was actually really good. Now the film didn't really have that big of a budget. It had a budget of like really only I think about 3 million, and yes, the cinematography in it was very good. Like I thought the way that they shot everything was honestly done like really well. There's some very nice shots in the movie, like lots of like overhead shots and stuff from like and like a lot like I think I think the cinematography in the movie, despite the low budget, it was very good. Um, the editing in the movie was pretty good as well. I didn't think it was like some of the greatest editing I've ever seen, but nonetheless, I thought the film was edited pretty well. As for the pace in this film, now, so this film is only an hour and a half long, so obviously it's not a very long movie at all, and I will say I didn't think it really felt like that long of a movie. Um, However, I did feel like even for just a run time of an hour and a half, it did kind of feel a tiny bit long. All right. Like I mean, I'll be honest. I kind of felt like the first act of the movie kind of dragged a bit. Like really, the first act of this movie is some of the women like trying to get like the tickets to go to Lords. It's really not until the film's second act when they actually do end up getting there. Um, but nonetheless, like when they eventually they do end up getting there, and once they do get towards the film, kind of does start to get a little bit quicker in terms of its pace. Obviously, with it only being like 90 minutes, it's not like it kind of does kind of go through things a little bit quickly, but yeah. So like I didn't really mind that it didn't take until the start of the second act for them to get to Lords, because I do feel like we kind of needed that little bit of time, alright, to kind of get to know these women before they head off to Lords. No, but anyways, the film, it got there eventually, and once it did, it kind of started to go at a normal enough pace, but a little bit quickly given its 90-minute runtime. So while the pace wasn't that great, I didn't think it was too terrible either. I'd say it was about alright. About in the middle. Then we have the sounds and music in the film. Now, the score of the movie, with this being like an Irish-made film, it kind of has alright that has kind of that a bit of an Irish score to it, alright. And yeah, I think like no, I think nonetheless, the film, like it did, I think it did a good enough job with its score and everything. Like it was genuinely quite nice to listen to. I thought it was a good score. So yeah, the music in the film was, it really had that Irish feel to it, but it was quite good nonetheless. Then we have the characters.
How are you, Chrissy?
My mother is dead. I'm in a place I swore I would never come back to. Hi. I wouldn't have recognized you.
We have the four main characters who the movie focuses on. The main character, Chrissy, she is a very good character. I thought the movie did a very good job on her character. It goes like into how she left them and stuff. And I thought the film did like a well enough job with her character, and I thought Laura Linney did a solid job. Then we have Eileen, and the film focuses a bit on her character, and kind of goes into how she and Chrissy were good friends, but then when Chrissy left, Eileen kind of became very cross and stuff. I liked how the movie focused on that aspect. I thought it was very well done. Now I'll be honest. When I watched the trailer and I saw that like Kathy Bates was gonna be talking in an Irish accent in the movie, I was just like, oh my god, because like I know like, I kind of got the feeling like I wasn't really gonna be able to take it very seriously. But to be honest, to be fair to Kathy Bates herself, she actually did a good job in the film. And I didn't really, I could kind of tell her she was doing an accent, but it didn't really bother me too much for most of the film. Now there is one scene in the movie near the beginning where her character and along with Dolly and Lily, they're like singing and stuff because they're trying to win the tickets to Lords. And by the way, can I just say the song they were singing in that scene was actually kind of a banger.
He's so fine, wish he were mine.
But yeah, when the song was being sung though, I could actually hear her accent trying to slip out a bit. But nonetheless, I thought Eileen was a good character. I really liked how the film focused on her character, and Kathy Bates was good in the role.
I'll be back before you know it.
And then we have Lily, who's Maggie Smith. Lily was a very good character. I really liked what the film did with her character. Like the movie doesn't really go too much into her character until the third act. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually really liked like what the film ends up doing with her character. I thought Maggie Smith did a pretty good job. Not to mention, her character was actually a little bit funny. Like, I'm not there's this one scene like around the end of the first act, like right when they're leaving for Lourdes, and there's this one line which she says, and I'm not gonna lie, it's actually the funniest scene in the entire film. Anyways, I thought Lily was nonetheless a very good character.
Bother coming back.
Miracles happen there. He could speak.
And then we have Dolly, who she's like the older, she's like the young woman. I thought her character was pretty good. I didn't think her character was like really as great as the other three, but nonetheless, I thought she was a solid enough character. She was good. And there's a few other characters in the movie, like Stephen Ree's in this as well. And he's like, I think he's like Kathy Bates' husband, who like stays home and looks after like everybody, like all the kids, while the four women are gone out. And like, I thought his character was quite solid. He was kind of he was an entertaining enough character. Nonetheless, the characters in this film were pretty good. The three main women in particular I thought the three of them in particular were very good. The plot of the movie, it's definitely a really interesting one. It's definitely the kind of film, the plot you expect like an Irish movie like this. I thought I thought the film executed its plot well. I liked what the film, did with everything, with its characters, and the film is pretty much like, it's a comedy, because there's a lot of scenes in the film where, it's really funny, it's kind of all, humor and stuff, but, there's also this, but there's also kind of a drama aspect to it as well, kind of, with kind of everything that happens before the movie takes place, with how Chrissy left and everything. Now, throughout the first two acts, it was mainly just focused on being a comedy. But however, in the film's third act, it kind of starts to become a bit more of a drama, as kind of more things start to become revealed and stuff about what happened. But nonetheless, it is still a light-hearted movie, and I don't think the comedy and the drama, I don't think they merged too bad together. There was this one scene where where Dolly, the young woman, was kind of confessing something, and it was very, I won't spoil it for those who haven't seen the movie, but it was kind of a serious enough thing that she was talking about, but I don't know if the film really kind of portrayed it in this bit of a comedic tone, because during this scene, it was kind of a serious enough scene, because she was talking about something that happened before with her, and during this scene, a lot of my audience started laughing, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just thought it was because it's a serious thing she's talking about, but they're kind of making out there. At times they make out to be a bit funny. I can understand why, but I just don't think it really works that much. But nonetheless, I thought aside from that one scene, the comedy and the drama, they didn't merge too much into one. They had like the first two acts be a comedy, and then the third act kind of became a bit more of a drama. But it was still a very light-hearted movie throughout. Nonetheless, the film it did a good job with its plot. It had a good concept, and I thought it executed pretty well. Speaking of my audience, actually, I'm just gonna kind of take a just a break here for a moment. So just talk about my audience. Now the audience who I came to see the movie, who were in the cinema, there was quite a few people there. And I'll be honest, I think pretty much aside from myself and my dad, literally everyone else in the audience, it was all just a bunch of like old people who were there. I'm pretty sure I was actually like the youngest person in the entire room. I wasn't really surprised that the cinema mainly consists of like much elderly folk, but I'm not gonna lie, there were multiple times throughout the whole movie where the audience were laughing. And yeah, I'll be honest, yeah, it was quite a funny film, to be fair. I was kind of laughing along with everything as well. And you know what, to be fair, it is great to see an audience who, you know, actually like goes along with actually reacts to everything in the film, because usually when I go to the cinema, the audience is just dead silent throughout the film. There might be like one or two scenes that they might laugh at, but usually my audience when I'm in the cinema is that they're just dead silent. So it was nice to actually have an audience who was reacting to stuff for once. Anyways, back to my proper review of the film. Although I only have one point left to talk about, that being the narrative structure. Now, obviously the film focuses on its main plot of, you know, like the women, they go up to lords and stuff, and I thought like the film did a good job with its plot, but of course you have, you know, all the undertones of like, you know, everything that happens before with the characters, how Chrissy left and how it had an effect on some of the characters. I thought the film did a good job focusing on that aspect. I mean, I know I said in the third act that it was when it started to become a drama, but it was apparent, like, that whole undertone, it was apparent all throughout the film. I thought the film did a very good job focusing on it, and how they come to this sacred town to, like, find miracles and stuff, and how it doesn't really work out as much as they thought. I thought the film did a very good job with it. So I thought the film did a good job focusing on its narrative structure and how it focused on like everything that was going on while still just keeping it a comedy set in Lourdes. Well, comedy drama, a dramedy. Anyways, overall, The Miracle Club was a pretty good film. I didn't think it was a great movie. This isn't one of my favorite films of the year, but nonetheless, I thought it was a pretty good film. I thought it had a very good plot. I like how it focused on everything. It could be a bit entertaining at times. There were some very good the main three characters were very good, and I thought there were some good performances in the film, well, particularly from the main actresses like Laura Linney and Kathy Bates. It has some very nice cinematography, despite only being like a film with not that big of a budget. I did mention alright that at one stage there was one scene which had a bit it was kind of a dramatic scene, but they kind of made it a bit too comedic, but this isn't an absolutely amazing film. But nonetheless, it is a solid movie, and if this film seems like it'd be your thing, I would say it's worth a watch. So with that, I'm going to give The Miracle Club a 7 out of 10. So with that, I'll see you guys next time, and bye.